Applause for your KNOEBELS team.
Woo!
Hi, everybody.
Hey!
It's good old Dick. And if I wish I could have put up the Dick film to keep the sun away today, but I only use it for rainstorms. But it works. The Dick don't. Anyway, I want to say welcome to all you Ace people. We'd love to have you here. You're almost part of our blood. So, that being said, and we did have the pleasure last night of dining with the people who won the chow down at KNOEBELS at the last East Coaster. And Ryan, we're gonna do it again, right?
That's right. Kim Steffen said we're doing it again.
Okay, so get your money ready. Anyway, I don't know if there's any questions I can answer for you. The mayor curve is still in process. The paratrooper had some sweep problems, and we're fixing all that. So it'll be soon going back together. And the rocket plane is now standing, and we'll soon have the entrance ready for that. And we'll have the film ready too. But this film's undergoing some testing. We tore the whole thing down, all the elevator stuff. Took it out and had some of them remade and re-galvanized. Put it back up. You see, they had a 200-ton crane here working. They don't come cheap.
I bet not.
All right, I'm going to turn over to my proteges. The boys that take care of me. And of course, the lady that takes care of me, you know, Jeannie. Yay. She's here. She never takes care of me. She is the treasurer secretary for the Pennsylvania Music Bar Association. So she does it all, and I appreciate it. Okay, here's Rick.
When I first came up here, I was like, wow, look how many people there are. They're all here for us. Holy smokes. So thank you, all of you. I got to see some of you this morning at the Stratosphere Challenge. Everyone had a good time with that, I imagine.
Yeah.
Enjoy good. But nonetheless, once again, welcome to KNOEBELS. I'm sure you're going to have some great questions for us here momentarily, and then we can get you back to enjoying the rest of the park.
Hello.
Sorry, Dad decided to take a FaceTime. Is this on?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So, first, welcome. Thank you for coming. I hope you had a great time this morning. Obviously tonight, ERT on the Phoenix after closing. So till we have a nice crowd today, obviously. So till they get out of here, we'll probably get started 9:15, 9:20, somewhere in there. So it's going to run 1 hour. We will have, fingers crossed, we will have double trains tonight.
Yay!
So, Brady has volunteered to stay tonight and take care of any challenges that might come along the way. So give him a high five when you're leaving the station.
Woo!
So two things. One, I've seen so many shirts on each and every one. I saw Silverwood, Busch Gardens, I see old Kennywood. I hope you people wear KNOEBELS shirts. Okay, and when you go to these other parks, you gotta wear a KNOEBELS shirt. So, friends with Pete Owens at Dollywood, and every time I see a Dollywood shirt here, I send him one, and if he sees KNOEBELS, he sends it back here. So it's a great relationship. So, you know, oh, Rick said Elysburg KNOEBELS shirts everywhere, not just at other parks. So I guess we'll roll into some Q&A. However, when I emailed Mike and Janine and Stacy and everyone about this, okay, I said, here's the criteria for Q&A. We're not allowed to talk about Byron Curve, Rocco Plain, Paradrop, Paratrooper. So if you want, we're going to talk about anything that's open. We're fair game, you know, the answer. Anything that's closed, no. That way's your car. You can get in it and go home. So you want to open up any questions you guys might have?
Go ahead.
So here's a question, like as you know, it's like in music, I mean not music, but amusement industry, things come and go, like music stand, food stands and rides. What do you think should be the mainstay of your park?
Yeah. All right, he was asking what should be the
A new microphone.
I know.
yeah, what should be the mainstay at KNOEBELS as things come and go? And we just talked about just now, and we think it's the carousel has to stay. The carousel
Absolutely.
is the heart and soul of any park, really, and especially with KNOEBELS, because we have the best one.
Absolutely.
And still catch the grass legs. Go ahead.
You have 4 pictures in the haunted mansion of something assuming it's a haunted mansion.
Oh, very, very.
Here, and when did it arrive in the haunted mansion?
The 4 pictures of construction in the haunted mansion. Yes, in the haunted mansion, we have 4 photographs of construction. It was built over the winter of 1972, spring of 1973, mostly in 73. But those 4 pictures were put in the haunted mansion last year to celebrate its 50th anniversary.
There's a neat story that goes along with it. And I wasn't born yet, but Rick's way older than me. He was born. But sorry about this microphone, everyone. We'll figure this out yet. When Hurricane Agnes hit KNOEBELS in 1972 and really did some extensive damage to our skating rink, they had already made the decision on the Northumberland, that was Columbia County side of the park, they had already made the decision on the Northumberland County side of the park that it's really hard to raise parents. Sorry. So they had made a decision to build a haunted mansion. Well, now they wondered, they had already purchased the trusses from a skating rink in Shamokin, and we're going to move them here. During construction, they called time out and wondered, are we building a skating rink? Or should we plow through and go farther in debt? Should we build this haunted mansion with the, at that time we had new pretzel cars that were ordered from New Jersey. Yeah, they were new. Yeah, 7 were. And then the other pretzel after the so they plowed through, right? And we got the haunted mansion open May 30th, 1973, June 30th, 1973. Supposed to open May 30th. I was born. They called time out. Mom needed Dad at the hospital, so it opened June 30th. It was only less than a year later. They needed more. It was so popular. They needed more pretzel cars. So hang on. Let me turn my dad's phone off. I can't take you anywhere. So Dad was just recently telling a story. Rolling Green Amusement Park in Shamokin Dam. That he hopped in a vehicle, drove over there, made a deal to buy used pretzel cars from the Devil's Den ride, which we still have on operation today. So, like you said, more than the pictures, the ride just continues to be built on history. We continue to, live out that dream. It's one of our favorite. Is that your favorite? All the rides are your favorite.
Yeah, I have over 50 favorite rides here. So, I hope that answers your question. But yeah, 50 years. By the way, speaking of 50 years, this year is the 50th anniversary of the Old Mill. So, go ahead and get to the Old Mill. We have a new flavor this year called Roaring Creek Ripple. Fantastic. Absolutely delicious.
Has everyone have it? Did you guys try it yet?
We haven't yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, now you got a chore.
Now we got
Anybody
to
who tried the Roaring Creek Ripple? We have a few there. Isn't it awesome? All
What is it?
And then, speaking of anniversaries, in 2 years, Knoebel celebrates its 100th anniversary.
Woo!
And Twister just turned 25. So Mike was passing out pins, fantastic little pins. 25 years on the Twister this year.
That was just 2 days ago.
Right.
Any other questions they have for
He
us?
had one down here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If money's no option, like what ride would you go? If money's no option.
Money's no. He asked if money is no option, what's the one ride KNOEBELS puts in?
We put a roof over the whole place.
Dad said we put a roof over the entire park so it never rains. That's the ride. AKA the Dick Dome. Gabriel, did you have a question?
Who runs the social media accounts at KNOEBELS?
Who runs the social media accounts? Well, it's Cosmo.
Was it? Of course.
Right? You didn't know that? That's our chipmunk.
Oh.
Yeah. Any more questions for anyone? Are you sick of hearing us? You're gonna go ride rides.
Oh, we got one
What?
over there.
When you guys, following the pandemic, switched over and did the Christmas lights, how far in advance did you actually have that plan? Does it seem like
It was-
pivoted
All right, he was asking if, how about our Joy Through the Grove Christmas event. By the way, how many people have been through the Joy Through the Grove Christmas event? Quite a few of you. All right, everyone else has a job to do.
December 7th.
So, yeah, December the 7th, the Ace Regional will have it here. But nonetheless, we started that in 2020 because it was a fantastic social distant event to have here. And he was asking how long ago did we plan that? And it's actually, that was going on in the back of our minds for some time before then. And when it hit, I think that it was an easy thing to say yes to. So we put the accelerator down and hammered it all through. We got plans made with other different manufacturers of the light displays, had some custom ones done, and laid it out. So I mean, we had a general idea of what to look for and what to do, and how to do it, but we were able to plow right through that in the days that we weren't open in 2020.
I noticed in the gift shop that a bunch of the shirts that look good and I'm going to wear in other parts on the road are sold out. A lot of them are gone, except for very small and very large. Will you restock this year? Or?
I don't have that answer. Sorry. He asked, some of the shirts, we need to reinvest in our inventory, it sounds like, that we're blowing through a lot of shirts. I'm being transparent. I didn't know that. I will look into it. I know, of course, no matter what business we're in, there's a little bit of supply chain issues that we all have to deal with, and sometimes it makes the rest of my hair fall out. But I will look into that, absolutely. Oh, no questions from Eagles fans. Sorry. Okay, all right.
Sorry. Gilbert. So with keeping the amazing Phoenix so smooth and awesome, how many board feet of wood do you replace on that every year, you think? What a question.
I'm gonna phone a friend.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have that, do we?
Right.
How many board feet of lumber on average do we invest in Phoenix and Twister?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, while he does the math in his head, well.
I would say between 8,000 and 9,000 board feet. 2 by 10.
Yeah, sure.
So that answer is between 8,000 and 9,000 feet of board feet in both coasters. That doesn't even include flying turns, and so much more. Good thing we own KNOEBEL lumber. Right? And there's a fun fact. Where does Hershey Park buy their lumber? Any guesses? KNOEBEL lumber. That's right.
Wow.
Yes, they do. So we're keeping their coasters open. Since we bought them. I don't know if you heard that rumor. We actually bought Hershey Park.
Oh gosh.
Fix their operations.
Lugs of lumber for like many racers.
Any more? We can. Oh, they're right in front.
I love your flyers. Like, they're the best. I tell everybody they're the best anywhere. So what's the little history behind the flyers? Like, how long have they been here? I don't know.
72.
Okay.
The original flyers came in from Kennywood in Pittsburgh. So, and when we got it, I think it was in 72. We're double checking on that.
Okay.
But what was it?
71.
71. Ethan thinks it's 71.
Yeah.
So we'll go with that. Anyway, when we first got in here, we didn't get the engine and the gearbox, and so we were able to find another gearbox to put onto it. And then when we turned it on, it started spinning the opposite direction. And actually, we spent the overnight on the day before we opened. We were up there with the crane and turning them each around.
Been that way ever since.
And it's been that way ever since. So
Yeah.
ours spins around a little differently than all the others.
Yep.
But yeah, it was an Allison Chambers gearbox.
Yeah.
Cool.
Fun little story. When Dad bought that from Kennywood and we installed it, the very next year Kennywood reached out to Dad and said they wanted it back. You can only imagine Dick Knoebel's answer. Wasn't very PC, but no, the answer was no. But in that story, just whatever year Chance came up with the Chance Chaos. Remember that ride?
Yes.
Whatever year the Chance Chaos was being sold or marketed, Dick Chance, Mike Chance, and their team flew here to show us, and I'll tell you what year it was. They brought a VHS tape and for us to play and see their ride, this new Chance Chaos. Dad watched it, all right, I've seen enough. And he said, let's go to lunch. Went to lunch at the Alamo, and he told them, you have to get the chicken and waffles. So Mike Chance, no longer with us, God rest his soul, and he said, Dick, I don't know about you, but where I'm from, we put syrup on our waffles. And Dad, just eat it. So they did. That's what any good salesman would do, any salesperson. So they came back didn't buy the ride, they came back the next year, and they brought a DVD of a ride for sale. We didn't have a DVD player in the park. That was way beyond our where we're at just with technology. And they showed up unannounced. Dad said, what are you doing here? Well, Mike Chance said, well, Dick, we came for chicken and waffles. So Dad and Dick Chance rode the flyer together. Dad said it took everything he had to keep Dick Chance in the ride. He was that excited. He couldn't wait to go home and build one. They built one. They didn't like it. He said, Dad, I want you and Dick, I want you and Barbara to fly out here to Kansas and help me figure out what's wrong. And Dad turned it down. Well, they said the tickets were they first class, I think. And my mom said, we're going to Kansas. So they rode the ride, and first, upon getting on the ride, they were handed a little joystick. The way I understand it, Chance subcontracted some of this out to the mechanical engineering department of Kansas State University. Dad took this joystick, whipped it across the room, said, I hope you didn't pay much for that. Dick Chance said it was about $30,000, and he said, people want to be in control of the ride. They want to steer it. The hell with that joystick, get rid of it. You want to play Atari, stay at home. You want to ride a flyer, you come to KNOEBELS.
Woo!
Yeah, I think he told them the cables were too short.
Cables are too short.
Yeah.
And
Then
then the switchboard long enough.
Okay. Then he flew home and started yelling at Rick and I again. The end. Oh.
Stevie Swagger from SNS was a very good friend of mine at a carnival, SNS business. Stevie Swagger and I stood in front of Chaos down at Giptown. We watched it. We turned and looked at each other and both shook our heads. No.
Hey,
All right.
one more. Okay.
To add something to the flyer mentioned, I found a piece of information that I think would be exceptionally pertinent to this group. We were doing a bit of research after having some difficulty with the gearbox on our flying scooter ride, which we know is made by whom? Do we know who manufactured that ride? Rocco, yes. When we were digging through the documentation that Kennywood had regarding a very similar driven ride that they call the Kangaroo, I found that the serial number on the Kangaroo gearbox was identical to the serial number that's on the gearbox of our flying scooter. So when Dick just so happened to purchase the flying scooter from Kennywood, and they wouldn't sell him the electric motor, guess what the gearbox came off of? It came off of the Kangaroo.
How about that?
That's pretty cool.
Very cool information. I didn't even know that story. Anything else? We can. Or do you want to? Oh, we got one over there.
It might seem like an odd question, but with the uncertainty regarding Lake Pond Park and Lake the Dips, if the Dips ever came up before Kenosha to take possession of that and put that in here, what are your thoughts on that?
Did Sam Shergott put you up to that? He calls me at least twice a week. You need Leap the Dips at Knoebels. You need Leap the Dips at Knoebels. He calls all the time about it. So he's trying. You know, he's but it's not only us. He's talking to some other parks. I'm going to ask you this question. Whatever park, and hopefully all of us are historians and preservationists, whatever park that goes to, you know, it needs some extensive work. Could it still be considered the oldest operating coaster, even though pretty much every single piece of wood needs replaced?
Yeah.
You can still call it that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Works for us.
Works all right.
We were going to go ride it for the first time this year, and we had it on our plans, and then, bam.
Yeah. And the last time I rode it, they had to push you out of the station, right? Just to make the lift hill. Yeah. So I know I feel confident somebody's going to buy Leap the Dips. That just, yeah, it's part of history, man, right?
It's,
You know, it's a great ride, great story. The Skyliner, right? Yeah.
Do you have any of your coaster supports being held up by cinder blocks?
Wow. Have you tried those new Liege waffles? I don't even know. Did Kennywood get it back open yet? I hope so. Good, it's open. Good for them.
which back open?
Any last questions you wanna? Oh, I'm sorry.
When's Fun Fact?
Phoenix? Yeah. Let's look.
Well, Brian looks that up. I can. All right, October 5th, Phoenix Fall Fun Fest. So yeah, we have the first 4 weekends of October. Friday, Saturday, Sunday is our Hollow Fun season.
Yay!
All right, you're all gonna be down here one of those days, especially on Phoenix Fall Fun Fest, right? Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything else? Maybe Dick has some last words at all?
Travel safe so you can come back.
All right. One more question.
So I see in like gift shops you have nano coasters for Phoenix, and
Yeah.
also that mini blocks model that I'm definitely getting when that comes out. Do you have plans to expand more models for rides like Twister Impulse, like with Coast Dynamics?
Most likely, that'll be on the merchandise department, but I know they have plans. They approached us. Actually, how it worked is they had contacted us earlier, before any of this happened, before we started selling them online, and it went to our merchandising department, and they were busy with other projects, and nothing happened out of that. And then they put the first Phoenix online, and it got our attention. And then so we contacted them and started working with nano coasters. But I can't really answer questions about the merchandise department.
And then the follow-up from East Coaster, favorite Sesame Street character?
Oh, well, that was for Brian and I was Bert and Ernie.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that us?
So yeah, favorite Sesame Street character at East Coaster was Bert and Ernie at what was it? East Coaster Bash. Is that what it was done? Or no, it was East Coaster.
East Coaster.
It was East Coaster. I apologize. So yeah, they were asking everybody their favorite Sesame Street character. All right. That's all.
All right, thank you to one more. Oh boy, here we go.
You broke it.
All right, one more round of applause for the KNOEBELS team.
Woo!
If you can't see it in the back, Cliff is giving a hats off salute to all of you.